Hello everyone, and thank you for joining me in this new episode of Star Trek the Original Series. So, as you can see, I'm in a completely different set. This is not the definite shape that it will be, but this is finally the office that I was telling you about. And if you're a patron, you're probably a little more informed about what's going on. So this is just a preliminary look, but I will be watching now all of the series from this very spot. And obviously, as this channel starts to grow, then everything else is gonna start growing here in the back too. So today's episode is season 2, episode 8, I Mud. So like I said in the past episode, I kind of know, like I do remember Mud from Mud's Women, and apparently there's gonna be another episode with the same character. I have no idea what it is about. This episode had 6 votes in the second list, so this goes straight to YouTube. Remember that I do not watch any spoiler or any information about the episode until I've watched it. Robin and Flash are having a hard time trying to get used to be here in the office, so probably for the first episodes I'm gonna have to be alone, but they are here. Today's snack is hibiscus water and taquis fuego. I am this close to reach the 1,000 subscribers, and you have no idea how excited I am. I wanted to make this episode a kind of a party for reaching out the 1,000 episodes, but I have to continue, and I haven't reached the 1K yet. If you are one of those people that are watching my channel because you love Star Trek, but you haven't subscribed yet, then please make this my plea to you. Please subscribe to my channel. You will really help me a lot if you do so. Plus, 96% of the people who watch my channel are not subscribed. So what are you waiting for? Remember that you can also follow me on Instagram and TikTok. And if you really want to support my channel, you can become a patron. I will leave a link in the description box below. So let's get this done.
Doctor? Nothing wrong. There's something odd about that man.
Perhaps you're making a rather hasty judgment. Mr. Norman has only been aboard 72 hours.
Oh, I know, Ensign.
Labeled do not make arguments.
Good point.
Right. Conversation never varies from the routine of the job, and who won't talk about his background.
You just described Spock.
Let's see. Spock.
You noticed.
Maybe, but you can't evaluate a man by logic alone. Besides, he has avoided 2 appointments that I've made
Instinct?
for his physical exam.
Probably terrified of your beads and rattles.
Beats and rattles, okay.
Man personnel.
He pressed the same switch twice? What's the point of that? What is he doing?
Sir, auxiliary control is on total override. 7 degrees, mark 8. Being executed now, sir.
Oh look, Chekhov doesn't wear a wig anymore. That's good. This guy's passed out. I hope so many red shirts is not a bad sign.
Mr. Spock, we seem to be taking an unscheduled ride.
Interesting.
That's his reaction.
Yeah, you're not allowed.
Don't touch Scott!
This is the captain. Scotty, report.
Oh, but he's pretty well trained.
Scotty. Scotty.
Did he just pass out standing?
Steering section. Have all units convert to that point.
But you need more than all units. This guy's pretty well trained.
Will not be necessary,
You didn't see him coming? So he's strong.
Connected the matter antimatter pods to the main navigational bank will result in the immediate destruction of this vessel.
He speaks rather monotone.
Not knowing where the trigger relay is could extinguish ourselves.
Oh, clever.
I assure you, we are no threat to humanity.
Oh, they're not human. That explains the monotone. Oh, wow. Fancy design. Oh, I like that. Is he asleep?
Seems we're going to take a little trip.
Yep, you are. What's 4 days?
The Enterprise has been underway at Warp 7 for 4 days. Been charted.
I love how they have to just walk around him. Oh.
If you do not come with me, your engines will be destroyed. And you will remain in orbit here. Forever.
Negotiation skills.
There is a word. Among us, there is no corresponding meaning. But it seems to mean something to you human.
And what is that word?
What?
Please.
Wait. He just asked them to go down to the planet, please, or else they'll destroy their engines. Okay. Oh, I thought it was going to be Sulu's checkup.
Follow us, please.
Are they robots too? They're too beautiful. I'm gonna take that as a yes. Oh, what?
I don't believe it.
Okay.
Well,
What an asshole.
you should refer to me as Mud the First, ruler of this entire sovereign planet.
Enterprise.
Like a pack of cigarettes.
I'm telling him now.
And I do the telling on this planet, Turgle boy. You do the listening.
Oh, so he's not so friendly.
What are you telling him?
Oh, merely that you might as well start enjoying yourselves. It's really a very, very nice place. And you're all going to be here, quite probably, for the rest of your lives.
In all honesty, I thought they were gonna bring back Mud because he was a somewhat likable character, but no. Like I said before, I really don't like those characters that say, and because I say so, you're gonna do this. It's an outdated kind of character. I know that this is kind of normal here, but I do have a right to not like it, right? 2010 call and they want your mustache back.
That'd be against the law. My law.
Decreed by.
Are they twins? Oh, so they're meant to be the same face.
All of them identical.
500 of the same model.
Kind of
It
boring.
seems rather redundant.
Did you pay royalties to the owners of those patents?
Of course he didn't.
Principle.
He did not pay royalties.
Knowledge, sir.
Thank you, Captain Obvious.
Who caught you?
That, sir, is an outrageous assumption.
Yes, who caught you?
They've got no sense of humor. They arrested me.
Oh, I find that shocking.
Worse than that.
Preposterous.
Guilty party has his choice. Death by electrocution, death by gas, death by phaser, death by hanging.
How nice.
Well, of course, I left.
He
You
broke.
flee.
Borrowed transportation.
He stole a spaceship.
They've got no respect for private property. They damaged the bloody spaceship.
So he's stranded.
Well, Spock, you're going to love it here. They all talk just the way you do. And they insisted that I bring them more human beings. So I had to promise them a prime sample. A starship captain. Right. So you are going to take over for me here, and I get off this rock and back to...
He couldn't navigate the ship that he escaped with. Okay? So I'm taking it like he's not very well educated in flying ships. I mean, he did have his own ship and whatever, but it just kind of strikes me odd that Mr. Mutt here sent a droid that knows nothing about humans to a human habitated ship, and he knew exactly what buttons to press to jam the controls of the ship and just basically hijack it. The thing is that I find it odd because I don't understand how this droid that has never met humans before, or how Mutt knows how to hack the ship. This is the issue, okay? You guys will solve it for me, I know.
She urged me on into outer space. Not meant continual, eternal, confounded nagging.
Oh wow, another show telling wives are nagging.
I had the androids construct a perfect replica of Stella so that I could gaze upon her and rejoice her absence.
Okay, creepy and stupid.
Shut up!
Oh, it's the power feeling.
I finally have the last word with her. And with you.
So it's all about power.
The makers designed us. They came from the galaxy of Andromeda.
Yeah, I was not thinking also the fact that these droids are humanoid. So probably who made them knew how to deal with the ship, maybe.
They were, as you say, quite humanoid. But unlike your civilization, robots were common.
Okay.
Our home planet Sun became a nova.
Oh.
Myself was part of one such outpost in your galaxy.
Then some of your makers survived.
No, Captain. They died over the stretch of time.
Whom do you serve?
We serve Harry Mudd. He has given us purpose again. It is necessary to have purpose.
That Mudd had the best opportunity.
Why should we leave you?
Because we don't like you.
Is he really being that sarcastic?
I think we're in a lot of trouble.
Well, I think Mr. Chekhov's right. We are in a lot of trouble.
Spock, and if you say we're in a lot of trouble.
We are. Obviously, this many androids cannot operate independently.
Exactly. Oh, is that like a hive mind? Again. So, are they prisoners or not? Because they seem to be able to walk around the place.
It is our central control complex.
Are all of you controlled through this device?
I am not programmed to respond in this area.
Quite understandable.
Yeah,
These are barbarous.
suspicious.
How long does a body like that last?
None of our android bodies has ever worn out.
Oh, wow.
The estimated duration of this model is 500,000 years.
500,000.
Wow.
And
Wow.
beauty.
Is it tempting, Uhura?
Welcome to Mud, Mr. Scott.
Harry Mudd!
He wasn't there, right?
Didn't I tell you, Kirk? I've beamed a few dozen androids up to your ship. They've been sending your crew to the surface for the past couple of hours.
Are you out of your mind? You can't beam down an entire crew of...
Well, there is an entire crew aboard. An entire crew of androids.
Oh, no.
There's nothing you can do about it.
Am I supposed to like this character? I can't.
His own crew of lovelies aboard your vessel. Think about that.
I'm trying not to.
Yeah.
Can literally provide anything a human being could ask for.
In a world where they can have absolutely everything they want simply by...
Could you ask them to not follow Mudd?
118.
I love the stockings! I want a pair!
You desire something else, Lord?
She has beautiful eyes. Look at that.
What a shame you're not real.
We are real, my lord.
You should go to Westworld.
We are programmed to function as human females, Lord.
You are?
This guy will blow his head out in Ex Machina.
That unprincipled, evil-minded, lecherous kulak Harry Mudd programmed you?
Yes, my lord.
This place is even better than Leningrad.
That's so dangerous.
What did they offer you, Uhura?
Oh, nothing really important, just
Eternal beauty?
immortality.
Just that?
Please explain unhappy.
Oh.
Unhappy when wants and desires are not fulfilled.
Which wants and desires of yours are not fulfilled?
We want the Enterprise.
The Enterprise is not a want or a desire. It is a mechanical device.
No, it's a beautiful lady and we love her.
Illogical, illogical. All units relate. All units. Norman, coordinate.
Well, we've already seen him have his debates with machines a couple of times. But she's always obviously getting those answers dictated. Obviously.
One last time.
The wife.
Have you been drinking again, you miserable sot? You good...
If she rebels, that will be a great change.
Will you have my bags transported up to the ship?
No, my Lord Mudd.
What?
We can no longer take your orders, Harry Mudd. Harry Mudd is flawed, even for a human being. We recognized this from the beginning, but used his knowledge to obtain more specimens. Your species is self-destructive. You need our help. We prefer to help ourselves. But we will take the starship, and you will remain on this...
There's no way.
You can't do that.
But now he's stuck with them.
Obey me, put my bags on that ship!
cannot allow any race as greedy and corruptible as yours to have free run of the galaxy. And we shall serve them, and you will be happy. And control.
In the end, is a gilded cage, yeah.
They have only to install some cybernetic devices aboard the Enterprise.
By all means, they could just leave him stranded.
There's a whole plethora of series, in fact. Mass brain linked through a central locus.
Forming one gigantic, highly intelligent mind. And the glowing badges
Dog tags.
indicate the mind in operation.
Okay.
Exactly.
We must use wild, insane, irrational, illogic.
Captain, you sing and dance as well as anyone I've ever seen, but what the devil are you talking about?
Weren't you paying attention? I mean, I'm kind of interested to see Mr. Spock acting illogically.
Believe me, you couldn't sell fake patents to your mother. I fail to understand.
Go to sleep.
What? Oh, no.
They could leave him.
I am directed to observe the situation.
I have to say, this is a much more efficient call center than real life.
If you take him to your sick bay, will he be repaired?
Oh, yes.
No. They're lying. It's a trick.
Dr. McCoy injected something in there.
It's a trick. Get back on board and sabotage the ship.
What were you doing?
Because I want an android body. I want immortality. I'll live forever, Captain.
She's faking it.
Or,
She was not serious, was she?
beautiful. Next, we take the Alices on a trip through Wonderland.
Oh, they choreographed everything. They're behaving illogically? Yeah, it doesn't make any sense.
Music? Music?
Oh, she's number 2.
Thank you, Heinz.
Now stand absolutely still.
Yes, Captain.
They've gone to Bizarre World. Of course it doesn't work.
I love you. However, I hate you.
I love how they close their eyes. So are these just gonna stay perpetually just malfunctioning?
Can you harm a man that you're programmed to serve?
No.
But he did.
But you already have, Norman Laddie.
Only this way can we be happy.
This is so weird.
Contradictory. Logical. Mr. Spock.
Help me.
Logic is a wreath of pretty flowers which smell bad.
I cannot go on. I'm tired of happiness. I'm tired of come kill me. Kill me. Goodbye, Cole.
He's dead. You cannot have killed him.
Of course not, you dummy.
Let us hear it for our poor dead friend.
What is a man?
Realized, but only dreamed. The highest reality.
Bravo, bravo, Captain.
How'd you like it?
That is irrational.
Pretty much.
The explosive.
Very well, Captain.
Explosive.
These poor people.
Fuse. Primer. Massive.
There is no explosive.
No?
This is just so much. They're gone.
Everything Harry tells you is a lie.
I am lying.
You say is a lie, then you are telling the truth, but you cannot say is a lie, but you...
And he's pulling off smoke. I love that.
Illogical. Illogical. Please explain. You are human. Only humans can explain their behavior. Please explain.
I am not programmed to respond in that area.
Oh, petty. That was so petty. And he's gone.
Kirk, old man, I beg
You shut up. You should stay here with immobilized androids.
I've got something else in mind. Let's go.
prison?
Found a whole world of minds that work just like yours. Logic, unemotional, completely pragmatic. And we poor, irrational humans whip them in a fair fight. Now you'll find yourself back among us illogical humans again.
Which I find eminently satisfactory, Doctor. Nowhere am I so desperately needed.
Yes.
As among a ship.
Touche, Holmes.
How long?
As long as you continue to be an irritant, Harry, it's up to you.
Well, it's gonna take a while.
We've programmed a special android attendant to take care of your every need. She'll help you find an incentive.
The wife!
Call that unexpected.
The wife. I'm pretty sure.
You answer.
Shut up.
And she won't shut up.
Sorry. Court. Court, Benson Mud. You fell over.
That was horrible. Yes, it is. Nice effect. But yeah, I kind of got it coming. Okay. So, I have to admit, this took me a little by surprise. I really had no idea what kind of color this was gonna take, and I have to say, this was so absurd. It was so fun. I have to say, this was really fun. I think this is the kind of ride that I like about Star Trek. You know, sometimes the story, you already kind of know where is it going to move. In the case of Mudd, considering the past episode with him, obviously this was not going to be a very serious episode. But at first, it started to get a little bit kind of worrying, but at the same time, for example, Spock's reaction, like, oh, interesting. Like, they were not really getting too worried about it. But then things started to get very worrisome. We saw Norman that has, you know, like superhuman strength, and he was taking everybody down. This was kind of worrisome. The fact that they couldn't really negotiate that much, but then things started to take like a different kind of turn, like, you know, the police thing. That was kind of funny, in all honesty. And like I said before, I was not really sure that if I were supposed to like Harry Mudd. I'm gonna say he's like 70% likable. There are a lot of things that I really don't like, but obviously he is a thief. The whole recollection of events that Harry Mudd was telling and Kirk was translating into, you know, Mudd reality Mudd kind of dictionary going. I thought that was hilarious. I thought it was really funny. But then this parts of, you know, the illogical dance, this was amazing. It was so absurd. It was so absurd to see them acting the way they were acting. Like I just saw Scotty, like he was hurt. He passed out while standing somehow. And from seeing him to be kind of injured and in pain and all that, suddenly I see him going crazy and dancing and pretending to play an instrument. This started to get from silly to outraging, just absurd and insane, but in a good way, you know. It's kind of funny that, you know, a computer will just stop working because you were illogical. Especially because we could see that when things were not really making that much sense, the android will sort of like connect, and we could see that the answers were being dictated to this android. But apparently when things are way too illogical, they cannot recover from that. Like, it's kind of funny to see androids being, I don't know, what's the verb here? Illogically confronted to death. Now, I have to be honest, considering both episodes where Mudd is in, I like this one a lot better. I wasn't really that much into Mudd's women, and you have to agree with me on this one because you didn't vote. I don't know if the voting thing was already available for this. I'm not sure if voting was available for this episode. No, I think I didn't do the list. Mutt's Women was not available for voting in the past season in my channel, but here you guys voted for this one, and I wasn't really that happy because I didn't like the first episode with Harry Mudd. But in this case, I have to say I did like the episode a lot because of how crazy and how fun everything is. I liked how well choreographed a lot of these scenes were. And you could tell that the actors were kind of having fun doing all sorts of things that were so different from what they normally do. It is kind of, refreshing in a manner, and it doesn't break away from Star Trek, whereas some of the episodes can be very serious, like Balance of Terror, or even Dagger of the Mind. I can't remember the one with the Horda, but those episodes are rather serious. And in this case we got Catspaw, that was the previous episode, and this one, and they seem to be not so serious, okay? Whereas Catspaw, like I said, it seemed to be like involuntarily funny. This one is very intently funny. This is very much intentionally funny. Okay, it's silly, but it really doesn't get on your nerves, I'd say. I think it's kind of funny every time that we get to see the characters that we already got used to see behaving in a completely different way. And I think this was pretty much the case in The Naked Time, where everyone started to behave as if they were drunk. It was weird to see Spock also behaving so like a neurotic in Amok Time. We also got to see this crazy Kirk in Mirror Mirror with, the evil crew, how they behave so different, and this was very interesting to see. We also saw the absurd side of Star Trek in Shore Leave. But in all honesty, this episode felt like I was drinking coffee and somehow I ended up shooting acid. Like I said, I really enjoyed this episode. I have to say, I am really taken by surprise at how fun this was. Next episode is season 2, episode 9, Metamorphosis. This episode had 5 votes in the second list, so it will also be available for YouTube. Thank you again for joining me in this episode. I'll see you in the next one. God bless and bye bye.